Hey guys, all right, so I know, welcome back, Stacy, welcome back. I know. If you aren't following me on Instagram, please do. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm Faces by Stacy on Instagram. I interact with Instagram a whole lot. It's just so much easier. I can upload a video, a 30-second video in like 10 seconds or whatever. It's so much easier to interact with Instagram. There are so many looks that I've done since the last time you guys have saw me that I have uploaded to Instagram. So today's video, I wanted to show you guys how I apply my foundation. So you probably have seen in the past how I do foundation. It probably was liquid foundation or whatnot. My favorite foundation to apply on myself as well as clients is cream foundation because it's just so much easier to use. It blends out really good and creamy, as well as it gives you great coverage. So today you're going to see one of those ways and how I get the flawless face without looking so cakey and powdery that you guys complain about getting when you do it at home. So I'm going to be using a cream foundation. It is full coverage. Everything in here is not all name brand. Everything in this video is not all drugstore. Combination of both. Stay tuned for the video, and if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to get over to me, let me know. I'm here. I answer. I read it. And then I'll see you guys in the next video that's going to show you how I created this look. Bye. So we're going to start by moisturizing our face. And like you saw, I'm using Vaseline Total Moisture Lotion. And I'm just going to put that all over my face, slather it on, and then make sure I rub it in really good. Next, I'm going to prep my lips, and I'm just using good old faithful Carmex. I've been using this for years, and it never has done me wrong. So I'm going to make sure I blend that in really good. Now I'm going to do my face primer, and I'm using Mary Kay's foundation primer, and it's gel-based. So when you apply it, it goes on and it feels like silk, and it makes blending your foundation so much easier. Now I'm going to go in with my cream foundation, and this is actually Black Opal foundation that I deposited and placed in my MAC palette. And the shade that I'm using is Beautiful Bronze, and also Truly Topaz? No, Nutmeg. I'm using Nutmeg and Beautiful Bronze, and I'm mixing those two together to get my perfect complexion color. So with e.l.f.'s flat top brush, I'm going to make sure I kind of blend out that foundation, and I'm going to stipple it on my face first just to make sure my entire face gets coverage. And then once I get all of the foundation applied to my face, then I'm going to go back and buff it in with the same brush. So right here, you want to make sure you really take your time and blend out the foundation. Make sure you're getting all of the crevices and cracks of your face, around your nose, underneath your eyes. And make sure you blend that hairline as well. Make sure you get all around by the ears and your jawline and everything like that, so that it's like seamlessly. Alright, so next I'm going to groom my eyebrows, and I actually didn't want to record this part because my eyebrows are a hot they are a hot mess, and they need to be threaded at this time, but they aren't. So I think this is the perfect time to show you guys how I feel in my brows when they look a hot mess like this. I'm not going to pencil them in this time. I'm using a dark brown eyeshadow by Coastal Scents, and the eyeshadow color is Deep Roast, which is okay, but it's not my favorite brown to use. So I'm just going to fill that in, and then I'm going to go back and outline it with cream concealer underneath so that it kind of hides some of those stubbies that are growing in, and just try to save my brows because I really want them to grow in a little bit more before I get them threaded. So ladies, if you're trying to stretch your eyebrow grooming, then just use some concealer to cover up those little stubbies and then continue to let your brows grow in. Alright, so now I'm going in with my MAC Cream Concealer. This is MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NW40. And I'm just going to use a concealer brush to outline the bottom portion of my eyebrow. And this will also act as a highlight for an eyeshadow that I will apply there in another video for a makeup tutorial. So now I'm going to go with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, which is a liquid concealer. And I'm just going to take that above my eyebrows. The top portion of my eyebrows isn't too bad, so I didn't want to use concealer on the top of it. I just decided to use my liquid concealer, and that concealer is kind of similar or close to my actual skin tone color, so it's not going to act as a highlight in above my eyebrows because I really hate that. I just prefer the bottom part of my eyebrows to act as a highlight and not the top of my brows. So I try to use a concealer that's close to my skin tone or anyone else I'm doing makeup for so that they don't have those glowing eyebrows. Next, I'm going to go back with a lighter concealer, and this is in the shade Toffee. And I'm going to apply this underneath of my eyes and everywhere else that I want to be a little bit brighter than my skin tone. So underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and also a little bit on my chin. Now I'm going to take e.l.f.'s small stipple brush, and my brush is actually dirty, but this is how it looks when it's clean. And I'm going to go ahead and just brush or blend everything out with that same brush. Now with the same foundation palette, I'm going to take a darker foundation, also by Black Opal, and I'm going to just place that where I want my contour or shadows to be at. So in the hollow points of my jawbone and beside the temples of my forehead, and down the bridge or the sides of my nose. Now I'm going to go in and set everything with my face powder, and I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural, and this is in the shade Dark. So normally on another day, another mood, depends on how I feel really, depends on how I set my foundation. So today I decided to set everything with just one powder. Other days I will set my under eye concealer with Van Nuys Banana powder or either MAC's Translucent powder for a brighter highlight. But today I just wanted a natural all over, just nice coverage, a subtle highlight, nothing too dramatic or noticeable. And I just felt like just setting everything with my face powder would just make it look like you didn't try too hard to be beat. So that's what I was going for today. So now I'm going to go in and set my contour with a darker brown shadow. And this is an eyeshadow by Coastal Scents. And I'm going to use my FBO5 brush by Sedona Lace. And the brown color that I'm using is in the shade Barista. And it's just a nice warm brown that I can place in on top of my contour. Alright, so with my angled blush brush, but also by Sedona Lace, I'm going to use this blush by La Femme, and that color is Russet. It's like a rusty or burnt orange color. Really, really pretty. These shadows or these blushes are so pigmented, so you really have to be careful with how much you apply. Otherwise, you definitely will over apply and have too much blush on your cheeks. Now I'm going to go in and set my bronzer. This is Ruby Kisses All Over Glow. And this shade is in Flushed Glow. And I'm using e.l.f.'s fan brush to apply that to the high points of my cheekbones. Alright, so now we're going to set everything with Fix Plus. And just, y'all not ready for the slow motion spray. So not ready. But that's just going to make your foundation last a lot longer and also get rid of any powdery look that you may have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and stay tuned for the tutorial for the makeup look. Bye.